For her exceptional contributions and unwavering community service, Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson is honored with a prestigious award.
Plus, it's World Engineering Day, and we're putting the spotlight on one Bahamian making waves in the field. We've got those details straight ahead.
Also, Junkanooers celebrate their win at Victory Fest, and it's a smashing good time.
And in sports, it's day one of the GSSSA Track and Field Championships.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this Hump Day Wednesday. I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Welcome indeed. Now, there's an old saying that the week moves in rhythms, a sort of ebb and flow. Monday's the beat, Tuesday's the tempo, and then Wednesday is finally finding the right groove.
Makes sense. And then once you find it, things tend to kind of level out, whether it's work, school, or just keeping up with everything happening around us. And even if you haven't quite found that groove yet or hit a few off notes along the way, there's still time to regroup, reset the tempo, and get back in sync.
Nicely put. And with the rhythm set, there's plenty to get into tonight. And of course, still time to finish the week on a high note, maybe even a C8 for those music enthusiasts. For now, let's dive right into the news. The Bahamas continuing to make its presence felt days before International Women's Day, and as the head of the Crisis Center received a top award from the British High Commissioner for her extensive volunteer work in advocating for survivors of violence and abuse. The special presentation exercise taking place at the Crisis Center today, and our LaDawn Davis has this report.
She's a noted psychologist and human rights activist who lobbied for the rights of battered women and children for decades. And now Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson can add the Points of Light Award to her list of accolades. The award is presented to individuals making positive changes in their communities. Dean Patterson, the fourth Bahamian woman to receive the honor, was presented with a personally signed plaque from Her Majesty the late Queen Elizabeth II. The British High Commissioner, Her Excellency Samita Rossetti, shared why Patterson was chosen as this year's recipient.
A decision was taken, and all those decisions were actually personally approved by Her Majesty to award Dr. Sandra Dean Patterson a Points of Light recognition for all that you do in the community here in the Bahamas, supporting some of the most vulnerable women and children at times when they need it most. Now, this award was agreed a few years ago by Her late Majesty, and then COVID happened, and the original certificate, which was signed by the Queen, didn't get here. We've retrieved it, we've located it, and it is my absolute honor to present this to you. There aren't many of these that were personally signed by the Queen, but I can't think of a more worthy recipient.
While accepting the prestigious award, Dean Patterson revealed that even though she is the face of the Crisis Center, this award would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of volunteers.
It's a double honor for me to receive it. It may be late, but it's never too late, right? Just receive something with the Queen's signature, right? Yeah. So thank you so much. Let me just say that I may be the face of the Crisis Center, but the work of the Crisis Center is done by our volunteers. And our volunteers do all sorts of things. They answer the hotline, they go to court to support victims of violence, they go to police stations to support victims when they go there.
A humble Dean Patterson says even though she's been advocating for the rights of women and children for 43 years, the work continues. For Access Now, I'm LaDawn Davis.
So well deserved. Thanks so much, LaDawn. Now, a special flag-raising ceremony was held this week as the Department of Local Government celebrates 30 years under the theme Local Voices, National Progress, Stronger Together. At the event, a student from the L.W. Young Junior High School, which recently implemented its own local government junior council program, was named the New Providence Local Government Counselor. The initiative places the students at the forefront of civic engagement, allowing the young minds to experience firsthand the responsibilities of governance at the community level. Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, said preparing the next generation to lead begins with exposure, mentorship, and national pride.
Wise words.
Local government has developed a lot since 1996, and we're seeing significant changes through legislation, through how the islands are managed and run through local government, and local government brings government closer to the people. You know, I started in local government at the age of 21 years old, and over the years ended up becoming a minister in charge of local government. So it helps you to see, you know, not just how government works, but to be a part of an organization and show you how important it is to develop your community.
Now, if you didn't know, today's being celebrated as World Engineering Day, and engineers everywhere are honored for their tireless contributions in addressing climate change, AI applications, and sustainable development. Here at home, the consulting firm Braun is recognizing the work of its principal of coastal and geotechnical Long Island engineer, Kenneth Scott. During his 15 years of service, Scott, who's licensed in the Bahamas and Florida, leads major marine and waterfront projects nationwide. Take, for instance, following Hurricane Dorian, Scott helped lead dune reinforcement efforts in Abaco and supported Rum Cay, Cat Island, and Ackland's government docks redesign and reconstruction after Hurricane Joaquin. Under his leadership, the firm has delivered a tenfold increase in overall marina capacity, demonstrating both technical advancement and the increasing scale of development across the region. Looking ahead, engineer Scott identifies national coastal monitoring and data infrastructure as critical components of long-term resilience.
The Victory Lap continuing for the 2025 Boxing Day and 2026 New Year's Day Junkanoo Champions. One Family, Click, hosting the 6th annual Victory Fest recently to celebrate the group for their stellar performances that brought back home the back-to-back wins. Group members and attendees were treated to a good old Bahamian time with performances from KB, Johnny Cake, Julian Believe, and Shine. But as they celebrated, they also paused to pay a special tribute to Junkanoo legend Bernard Porky Dorset, recognizing his decades of dedication to the culture and to the One Family organization. Former chairman to the One Family, Darren Bastian, describing Porky as the kind of man every organization needs.
When it's time to move these costumes to Bay Street, Porky got to be there. When it's time to get a shack constructed, Porky got to be in the middle of that because he has this knack for that kind of thing.
He also had this to say to his group.
Now, to the Warriors. They doubted us, you know, but that's all right. And that's why they get what they get. Blows in the morning. Congratulations, One Family.
Now, Click donated 100% of the gate proceeds to the A category winners, while the B category champs, Colors Entertainment, also received a special donation. And now, still to come, the 3rd annual Fox Foundation Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative is just days away, and we've got all the details. And the one and only Diane Dorset has your Access weather forecast. So stay close.
Follow the savings and head to Super Value and Quality Supermarkets for super specials like Chef Boyardee Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15 ounces, $1.69. American Spice Lemon or Lime Juice, 32 ounces, $1.69. Robin Hood Flour, 5.5 pounds, $5.29. Yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $2.99. Baby back spare ribs, $2.99 per pound. From store to store, no one saves you more than Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Good evening, Marlena and Royson. It's time for your Access weather forecast. It's hump day, which means we're halfway through the week. 2 more days to the weekend, so let's take a look at what's shaping our weather for the next few days.
Well, later this month, the Fox Foundation will host the 3rd annual Women Entrepreneurship Initiative Conference Funding and Award, where Bahamian women in business can get their share of a $75,000, that's right, grant initiative. Joining us now to tell us all about the upcoming event is event patron Adriana Fox.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
It's good to have you. Now, of course, please start by telling us about this Women's Entrepreneurship Conference.
Well, first of all, it's our 3rd annual Women Entrepreneurship Initiative.
Yes.
And basically, it's going to be held at Bahamas at 7 p.m. The reason why I did this foundation, this initiative, is because I wanted women who... We have so many females who are talented.
Oh, yes.
So many females who don't have the opportunity to get capital, mentorship. I also wanted to do it because I was given the opportunity to lead and start a business, and I wanted to create a pathway for other females.
And pay it forward, yeah.
I also believe that when women succeed, family succeeds, and community succeed.
That's very true.
So this was the reason why I wanted to start it. I wanted to be able to ensure that women in the Bahamas can create business and also shine.
And now, through the past couple of cohorts that you've worked with, what has this taught you about women in business since you've opened up this pathway?
That we could be entrepreneurs and we could be executives. You don't have to always want to be the top. You can be in the C-suite, and that's why I decided to do 2 panels instead of just having 1 panel. I believe that I had both positions. I'm the CEO of Island Luck, and also I'm the vice president of the Fox Group of Companies, and also now the co-shareholder of Island Luck. So I know what it is to be an entrepreneur, and I know what it is to be in executive
corporate
level.
Yes.
And so I want females to know that if you can start that business, try and get educated to be able to be an executive and shine in those levels.
Have the skill set.
Access more opportunities. I want you to talk about the grant portion. We understand there are over 280 applications already?
Yes, last year we had 176 persons that signed up.
Wow.
This year we had an overwhelming of 280 persons, and I was so shocked. They are last minute, like females. We are always last minute. I think in one day I got 80 applicants.
Wow.
And that showed me that there is a need, there's a necessity for more help. I'm trying to do it with the Fox Foundation. It's only $75,000. The first grand prize is $30,000. Then the second prize is $25,000, and then it's $20,000. But that's only 3 persons.
That's 3 people.
To 280 applicants.
Right.
And
Tough choice, yeah.
I even trying to figure out next year how I'm going to make it better, where I could touch more than just 3 persons. Maybe split it up, or if somebody wants to support the foundation initiative, because it's fully funded by the Fox Foundation. And I do think we have a lot of other corporate sponsors out there who believe in females. Support the initiative, because I do think it will go a long way. And I want it to be not just in Nassau. We have Freeport, we have Eleuthera.
So important.
I've seen so many applicants from Andros, so it's so
really
difficult.
The businesses exist, so it's important to be moving toward it.
They're not part of it or can't get access to it.
Like, we're working our way toward.
I had some winners last year from Freeport, and like I said, I gave $2,000 to 7 persons. So even though I had my grand prize, because the top 10
and
was still
that
good.
can still be life-changing.
Yes.
You never know. That might be the one thing that means I can get the car that's going to make my delivery business viable.
Yes.
Now, what kind of businesses do you see women applying with?
A lot of this year was a lot of medical. Very impressed with the applicants with the medical field, because I know when sometime I'm sick, I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to a clinic. But the ideas that they have is so amazing. Even a mobile veterinarian.
Those are needed, yeah.
It's so many new ideas and niche ideas. I saw this lady, she has the plantain chip, and she was saying, let's create it with the goat pepper. And
okay, I'm listening.
I love it.
Whoever you are, talk to us. Come talk to us.
You have an audience.
Yeah, so I do think this year they are being very creative, very innovative. You could tell they are using AI to even help them with their business plan, and which I would always say, hey, use the technology and the tools that we have out there. So the ideas, I'm going through the applicants now. It's not an easy process, because
so many good ones.
There's so many applicants you want to say yes, yes, yes. So me and my team will have to make a decision to the top 10.
That's a tough choice. Now, we also understand that they have a Zuckerberg who's coming in attendance, Randy Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Created Facebook Live.
Yes.
That's massive. What does that mean for the initiative?
My first year, I didn't do I did have a speaker, but she was actually on Shark Tank. She was the winner of Shark Tank last year. And what I wanted to do is tap into more digital. I believe the world is going digital, and Randy Zuckerberg, we know Mark Zuckerberg's sister, so I know she's going to definitely send a message to him on being creative, because the world is now digital. As much as any type of business you have, you need the digital aspect of it. Marketing is key, definitely, when it comes to it. So I would definitely say I think she's going to do a great speech. We have a meeting this week to definitely send the keynote speak at home.
Wonderful.
Now, can we get one more of the highlights of what people can expect at this event, and then when and where? Just one more time for anybody who doesn't want to miss it.
It's March 19th at Bahamas at 7 p.m. We have 2 panelists, one C-suite, one entrepreneurship, and I'll also be doing the opening remarks. And then we have the famous Randy Zuckerberg doing the keynote speech.
So come out and meet some people, put your hat in the ring.
I believe that you never know who you're going to meet. I actually had a female emailed me about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, said she attended last year, and when she attended, now she's already planning out her business ideas, and she's in high school.
Yeah.
That's what was amazing about it. She's in high school, she's planning out her journey and what she thinks her career is going to be, and I think that's what we need to do, because I always invite high school kids, because I believe that I want them to know that you don't have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or anything anymore. You could be any entrepreneur you want to be, and I think we have to remember that the youths, females, let's take it all the way. I want more support for them.
You heard it here first. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Adriana, and I hope everyone gets to go and network. Nobody networks like us girls. Thank you so much. We can't wait to hear who the winners are.
Yes.
Now it's time to turn things back over to our Diane Dorset to let her finish telling us when is the cool weather coming back.
Good evening, Marlena and Royson. It's time for your Access weather forecast. It's hump day, which means we're halfway through the week. 2 more days till the weekend, so let's take a look at what's shaping our weather for the next few days. Our satellite picture is showing some low-level clouds in the vicinity of the central Bahamas, while skies remain mostly clear elsewhere across the island chain. Meanwhile, a ridge of high pressure will continue to maintain moderate to strong winds through the weekend. Now, because of those elevated winds, boaters are reminded to exercise extreme caution, and swimmers are advised to stay out of the waters due to the risk of dangerous rip currents. Now, taking a look at your boating forecast, in the northwest Bahamas tonight through Friday, winds will be easterly at 12 to 18 knots with seas at 3 to 6 feet. We'll experience high tides at 8:39 this evening and another one at 8:55 in the morning. For boaters in the central and southeast Bahamas, winds will be easterly at 15 to 25 knots with seas at 5 to 8 feet and a small craft advisory in effect. It's time now for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
My work is on the water. We diving through no liners. How I survive. Listen, from Boggy to Yellowtail, from Jackfish to Killer Whale, I jump in the dingy boat and I head on down.
That was your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance, and that wraps up your Access weather forecast. Royston and Marlena.
As you heard it, a boatman and a seaman. I don't know if you know this, Diane, but I'm expecting you to tell us all about this cool weather coming up tomorrow. It's way too hot today. It is time now to turn things over to Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Day 1 of the GWSA Track and Field Championships kicking off today at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports after months of anticipation and build-up as well as trash talk. It was finally time to take to the track. Day one of the GSSA Track and Field Championships getting underway today at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Let's take a look at the highlights. Will the S.E. McPherson Sharks be able to defend their crowns in the junior division? And can the C.R. Walker Knights retain their top spot in the senior rankings after being unseated by the C.V. Bethel Stingrays? These are two of the most prominent questions surrounding the 2026 GSSA Track and Field Championships, which got underway this morning at the old Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium, as dozens of athletes hoping to run, jump, and throw their way to success and help their respective schools sit atop the standings after 3 days of competition. Rounding out the event on day one would be the under 20 400-meter heat. Over in the girls section would be the C.R. Walker Knights' Sasha Wright storming past her competition, crossing the tape in 59:49.
I just got out for my first 100. I was relaxed for my backstretch. I just want to bring it home because it's just heat and I want to come back and win the finals.
On the boys' side, this one would be a two-man race in a duel down to the final 30 meters. That would see Anatol Rogers, Tyrese Duncombe edge out Griff the qualifier, Jonathan Higgs at the finish line, stopping the clock in 50:68.
Out all strong. When you reach the box stretch, relax, try to keep your pace. This headwind. Headwind can kill you. 200, you push, and you hold that until the end.
It's always a close finish at the end. What help you pull through at the end to get the edge?
Trying to beat my PR, and I know he's a Griff to qualifier, I say. Got to make a name and say I beat him for once.
As for the defending champions in both the divisions, the Sharks and Stingrays are hoping to keep their trophies in their mantles, but they know it will be a tough task.
Well, you know, the expectation is always to win. But we have a new crop of athletes now, still coming to primary school and, still trying to get them to understand what it is to be a champion. But we're still working. We're not out to fight. We're still pushing. It's kind of tough. It's a dog fight. We know it's not going to be easy, but we still fighting, pushing to retain our title.
Well, basically, we are the defending champions, and kudos to CV Battle. But this year, it's going to be difficult to, repeat that again. But we prepared ourselves and trying our best. All the schools are now rooting for us. Like last year, we were rooting for trying to go at C.R. Walker and, cut the head off the snake. Now we in the chair, so I know all those other schools, they come in with full force.
Stay tuned into the Zenith Soul sports team as we update you on the scores and highlights from this year's GSSA Track and Field Championships. To the Diamond and baseball news, the Bahamian contingent certainly making their presence felt for Great Britain as they gear up for the World Baseball Classic. GB would take care of the Milwaukee Brewers 7-3 yesterday in an exhibition game at the American Family Fields in Phoenix, Arizona. 6 Bahamians starting the game for Great Britain, including Major Leaguer Jazz Chisholm Jr. Batting cleanup and playing first base would be B.J. Murray Jr., who finished 3 for 4 with 2 walks and a run scored. Batting behind him would be D.H. Christian Robinson, who finished 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. In limited playing time, Jazz would go 0 for 1, be walked twice and scored a run. Also starting for Great Britain on Tuesday were Trace Thompson in right field, Lucius Fox Jr. at shortstop, Ian Lewis Jr. in left field. Other Bahamians on the roster include pitcher Chavez Fernander and Albert Cartwright Jr., who's an assistant coach. Great Britain is in a pool with former champion United States, Mexico, Italy, and Brazil. Just the top 2 nations will advance to the quarterfinals. In the college basketball news, it was a banner day for Bahamian hooper Fred King as he picked up a handful of individual awards after his Murray State Racers would end conference play. King, who performed at a high level from the start of the season, was named to the All-Missouri Valley Conference team, getting a spot on the first team. King was also named the MVC Newcomer of the Year and was a member of the All-Newcomer team as well. He would also gain a spot on the All-Defensive team. King averaged 13 points and 8 rebounds on the year while shooting 64% from the field. The Racers are the number 4 seed at the State Farm Arch Madness Missouri Valley Conference Tournament at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. They will meet the 5th seeded UIC Flames on Friday. And that's all the time we have for you for sports on this Wednesday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Step into any Super Value or Quality Supermarkets location for great specials like Devon corned beef, 12 ounces, $2.29. Jacquard vegetable oil, 40 ounces, $4.49. Pearl Milling pancake mixes, assorted 28 ounces, $4.99. Sweet cantaloupes, 2 for $5. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.15 per pound. From store to store, no one saves you more than Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal? At the check-in counter? At security checkpoints? Or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are...
You're looking at a shot of the Harold and Wilson Ponds National Park. It was established in 2002. And it's time now for a trip to the Family Islands. Let's take a trip back to Eleuthera. Let's go.
Thanks, Marlena. Following the United States' and Israel's coordinated military operations against the Iranian regime on February 28th, just as it is here in the capital, some Family Island communities are remaining on high alert and responding to the possibility of fuel cost increases as a result. President of the Eleuthera Chamber of Commerce, Thomas Sands Jr., explains what the business community across the island is anticipating as those international tensions continue.
I think at this point we haven't seen any change as a result of the war, but it's expected that we will. And so the reality is that we perceive that the price of fuel will increase. Of course, you know, the price in the Family Islands is always a little bit higher than Nassau. And so any increase in costs of fuel will negatively impact, I think, some opportunities taking place.
And it's now time for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Stewart.
Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. Today's topic is where church meets trends. Mount Tabor Church is proving that ministry and marketing can coexist. And sometimes all it takes is a little humor. The local church recently hopped on a trending social media format where participants are asked their age. But here's the twist. If you were born anywhere in the 1900s, you were immediately exposed as old. And not just old, prehistoric. As members shared their birth years, anyone born in the 1900s was playfully clowned, with edited images popping up showing them in ancient times, adding to the exaggeration and the humor.
Symphony, what year were you born in?
2001.
Miss Tasha, what year were you born?
1980.
Bryson, what year were you born in?
2017.
Deandra, what year were you born in?
1997.
Mr. Hudson, what year were you born in?
1996. Maria, what year were you born in?
2018.
Ahmad, what year were you born in? I was born in 1980. Ashley, what year were you born in?
I was born in 19...
Miss Eureka, what year were you born in?
I born in 1970.
Joseph, what year were you born in? 1995.
It's clear why the video resonated. It's funny, it's relatable, and it bridges generations in a way that feels light instead of divisive. In a digital era where attention is currency, moments like this expand reach beyond Sunday's service walls and onto timelines. It's ministry with media awareness. And whether you were born in 1999 or 1969, one thing's clear. Mount Tabor understood the assignment. I'm Mateo. Tune in tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Mateo. Now, somebody who asked me that question, you might get casual violence from me on a Wednesday.
You're like, just put me in the old time thing already. Like, don't waste my time. Just edit the video now. Just put me in there.
Of course, all this week we've been asking you to send us your photos and your funny videos.
And tonight we'd like to share the sweet proposal of Kirk Smith and Takel Major that happened last weekend at the Chandler Moore concert. Take a look.
That's what a sweet moment. Now, if you want to see yourself on Access Now, be sure to send us your footage and your photos to btaccessnow@gmail.com. But that's going to do it for us here on Access Now for tonight.
And be sure to stick around for the rundown with Howard Grant. Good night, everyone.